Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Well, today, surprise, I'm gonna share with you a technique, so Technique Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, I'm gonna feature a different product and kind of how to use it. So today, we're gonna start with one of my favorite things, which is our sponge daubers. So our sponge daubers look like this. You can use them on your hands, on your finger, and you kind of like and can daub them with ink. So we're gonna use white ink today, but I wanted to show how they come. So they come in a 5-pack, just like so. And I actually have one for every color. They're super cost effective, so I just have one for every color. You also could have one for like all your reds, one for all your yellows, like that. And I keep mine in these great lipstick holders from Amazon. So that is how I keep each one. And you can see I just label with each color, and they are just ready to go anytime that I need to use one. So you get a little organizational tip in there today as well. So I'm going to share with you how I love to use these. So we're going to use the white craft ink with our techniques today. So there we have that. This ink pad actually comes uninked and comes with the refill. So when you get yours, it will not have ink on it, but it comes with the refill. So you can just squirt that on, take a spoon and smooth it out, the back of a spoon, and then you're ready to go with your white ink. So the first way that I'm gonna share with you that I love to use this, I took one of our punches, this is that heartfelt hexagon punch, one of my favorite punches, and punched it out of just a piece of basic black. So the first way that I love to use these daubers, so you just daub, pat it into your ink pad. And I love to just use it on the outer edge of my sentiments. So if this, was gonna go on a card, it's a great way to give, with any color, your sentiments a little border. So you can see if this was black on black for maybe a Halloween card or something, that this would pop right out because we just did that on the edges, right? So with that cut out, the other thing that you could do is you can use that negative space of your punched or die cut images, put that on top of a piece of cardstock, do your daubing, and use it almost like a little stencil. So those negative spaces, we don't always want to toss them, right? Because they will make a great little stencil for us. And then once that dries, we could remove that, and look, now we have that image using that negative space in our sponge dauber to create another little fun thing, right? So that's the second way you can use our sponge daubers. Let me grab another paper. So a third way is you can take our sponge daubers, and I'm using black today just so that it pops and you can actually see it, but you can take our sponge daubers and create your own fun spotted background just using the dots, right? Get a fun polka dot background. Just kind of using it almost like a stamp, right? So then you've got now a background. We've got a sentiment. We've got the negative area that we used with our stencil. And then you can also use it with, let me grab another piece here, with any of our masks. So our masks are kind of like stencils that are made, from a really heavy duty plastic. So this is the Frosted Forest. So it goes with these stamps and dies, the Frosted Forest. This is one of our online exclusive products. So we've got the dies, we've got the stamps, and then we've also got these great masks. So I'm going to use one of these today. So let's say that we, had stamped maybe a green tree, and I'm using black cardstock just for the purposes of it's easier for you to see. But we had a green stamped tree, and we took our sponge dauber and our mask, our Forever Forest mask here, and we sponge daubed all on here. And then lifted our mask. We would have now snow on our tree, right? Or we would have a darker color if you were doing two greens. But it's a great way to get those effects. And instead of it being a solid color, you can see because we daubed it, it's, kind of snow-like, right? So I'll do that one more time so you can see with our smaller image here. But you just hold that down over your paper, grab ink on your dauber, just go to town. Daub, 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 right over that stencil, that mask, and look, how fun, right? So now we kind of have all these different ways to use the daubers. You can also, if you are layering this, you could do on a bigger piece and give it a bit of border. If you want it to come up more, you can do it on the actual side of the paper versus like the edge of it. And then you could get this fun, kind of effect all the way around. But I love our sponge daubers. I think they're so cost effective, such a great way to use many ways of our product, right? And the other thing you can do, so you can use them with any ink pad and just go directly into your ink pad. If you have one of our glass mat studios, you can put the ink directly on to your glass mat and then daub straight from there onto your paper. So there's lots and lots of options for getting the ink, but you can use the ink re-inker refills, or you can use directly from the stamp pad. Oftentimes I just use it from the stamp pad. No mess that way, right? But I think these are